The reason for bedwetting in children is due to high humidity and coldness in the body. When the body's temperament is cold and the humidity has prevailed inside the body, child will experience bedwetting at night. This is the reason for this problem in adults who have bedwetting. Of course, the coldness and humidity in the body doesn't happen only physically. In some situations, it's mental and emotional coldness that leads to this problem, which will be explained later. Sometimes there are children who have a warm nature and temperament, but have nighttime bedwetting. The reason is that during infancy, when they wet their place, their diapers aren't changed quickly. And as a result, the end organs of child's body, especially the urinary system and bladder, have been exposed to the humidity for hours. And this humidity is the cause of coldness of the urinary system and bladder. So, dear mothers, be careful not to let your baby stay in wet diapers for a long time. If your child has bedwetting, regardless of whether it's warm nature food or cold nature food, has this type of bedwetting problem. In this case, the treatment in these children, in addition to eating the mixtures that will be mentioned later, is massaging the child's bladder and abdomen with sesame oil to warm the bladder. But there are some other children who have a cold temperament, and by eating foods with a cold nature, they get bedwetting or this problem worsens. Before discussing the methods of treating nighttime bedwetting, let's see what foods have cold nature and what foods have warm nature. Foods such as milk, cheese, yogurt, rice, beef, veal, chicken, pickles, watermelon, cucumber and tomato are in the category of cold nature foods. And foods such as sheep meat, honey, dates, almonds, raisins, wheat, chickpeas, salt, ginger, pepper, apples, figs, grapes, mangoes, bananas, cream and butter are the most important foods with warm nature. Well, let's go to the treatment tips and methods. From evening onwards, a child who has bedwetting should not eat any food that contains caffeine. At this time, coffee, tea, chocolate, cocoa and the like should not be eaten. At the same time, fruits such as watermelon, cucumber, tomato and foods like yogurt, which are diuretics, should not be eaten. If the child feels thirsty at this time, give diluted honey syrup instead of plain water. And before going to bed, must urinate to empty bladder. If you can, wake your child up at dawn to pee once more. Do not throw away the walnut shells. Brew some of it like tea for 3 nights in a row. Then filter and give the water to the child suffering from bedwetting. One of the other treatment methods is to drink rose water syrup with honey. In this way, pour half a cup of rose water and the other half of lukewarm boiled water. Add a tablespoon of honey to it, stir, and give it to your child every night. Another method that is useful for both children and adults in the long term and treats other diseases in addition to bedwetting or frequent urination is eating dates, so that you eat 7 dates after lunch and dinner. If your child cannot eat 7 dates, start with 3. With this method, the coldness of a person's temperament is gradually cured. And in addition to nighttime bedwetting, many other diseases that arise due to the coldness of the temperament are cured. There are children who suffer from bedwetting due to various psychological factors such as stress, sadness, fear, or family problems. It's interesting to know that the nature of all these mental problems is actually coldness. Yes, mental coldness. If your child suffers from nighttime bedwetting and has mental problems for any reason, for treatment, the factors of mental coldness must be removed in any way possible. In fact, for treatment, the warm mental states in your child should replace the previous states. In contrast to the mentioned cold states, states such as peace of mind, laughter, hope, joy and feeling of happiness are factors of mental and psychological warmth. At the end, if the content of this video was useful for you, like it to make it recommended to more people. Also, by subscribing this channel, you can get useful information about home treatment and low cost and low complication of many diseases as well as healthy lifestyle. Thank you.